Good morning. I can't hear you. Maybe some noise. I'm just adding few more leaves here just to like make it look a bit more natural. It cannot be like abruptly start here and suddenly finish.
Sir,
Yes.
sir, yesterday you told us about Pixel Bridge, right?
Hmm.
Does our institute has any educational license for it?
Excel Bridge is free.
Yesterday I was using it, but like they were telling me to subscribe to some plan.
Okay, okay. So what you have to do is go to epicgames.com. Okay, just give me a second. I'll show
Uh,
you. Epic Games and go to epicgames.com. So go click here. Okay, not the store main. Now here you can see there is some you have to create a login here in Epic Games.
yes,
uh,
sir.
okay, so create a login in Epic Games, and then you when you switch on your bridge, you can see there's a login option, and there is an option say login with Epic sign in, like in there there's a Epic login option is there. If you use your
Yes,
Epic
sir. I did it.
login, you did that.
Yes, sir.
If you did
After
that,
that, sir, it asked me to download a plugin for 3ds. Also did that also.
okay, huh,
But after that, when I was searching for those leaves and stuff, when I
huh.
was trying to download them, it asked me to choose a subscription plan.
Then no, you, like okay, just give me a second. You sign out. So you signed in with this or this?
Sir, the top one with Epic Games.
With Epic Games. If you use this, it's entirely free. I'm using it.
I'll try it again, sir. If
So,
I'm stuck
just
somewhere, I'll tell you.
just try it and make sure use the same login, same password, and same email ID. Everything should be same, exactly same, like your Epic login. If the because otherwise you won't be able to like use it. It will otherwise it's very expensive. It's very expensive. With Epic, it's completely free.
Is it free only for Unreal or for all programs?
Only for Unreal.
Okay, okay, okay. Maybe that's why I was downloading it for 3DS, na?
No, no, that is fine. Like okay, I'll just show you. Like you can use it in Max Maya also. That also works. Just a minute. Okay. Just give me a second. Oh, just give me a minute to check my factor. So it's signed in, and now everything is free. So suppose I want to use like for Max and everything. First, install your Unreal plugin or start this thing with Unreal. Under setting, download setting, export setting, you can see Unreal Engine. I can select any one of them and use it like without any problem. I have used Maya. It's already installed. You can see I have used it. It's working perfectly without any problem. Max,
I'll
let's
try it again, sir.
just try it one more time.
Sure, sir.
It should work. Like I just installed this thing in Max. Let me see. Okay, I'll import a material or some small mesh. Okay. Okay,
Sir,
this
all those leaves are also there that are in the reference image.
all which
Same ones.
leaves has similar kind of things are there. all these things are everything plus our reference, like it's kind of similar thing. All those things are there. So like usually nowadays, games production, everybody uses this only because this quality is like nobody can beat it because these are real life scans, and this quality cannot achieve manual texture with manual texturing and all. So that's why we use it all the time. Just try it one more time. It should work. So I was just planning like for this leaves.
Sir,
Yes.
sir, I
Hello.
cannot get in. I'm not getting any links for to join the classes. Like I'm asking the friends to share the
Uh,
link.
no, one that same link this link only you have to use every day. No new links.
Oh, okay.
Same link every day. Same link. There's no difference. Like I created this entire thing. If I show you this thing, so
Like
you
the
can.
recording also, I can't get any recordings also, sir.
Okay, I'll check. Maybe your email ID is not there in this group, so I'll just send you separately.
Ah, okay.
So you can see I created this thing, so it's like same link every day, every time.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So here I was just planning to like duplicate this thing multiple times and just fill this section because this looks weird. Like suddenly it's appearing this IVs and all, and there's no extension, there's nothing. So that I'll see like what can be done. Okay. So as of now, you can see I have created this very basic water material, very basic water. I have to add like detail according to my surface and this thing like those water ripple and all those things I have to create. So I'll do that, and this should be little opaque. This also should be little opaque, not that this transparent. So I'll control, and there is like a couple of leaves here also, lotus leaves, I believe in our reference. Just give me a second, I'll check it. Yeah, see those lotus leaves are there, and you can see this is transparent only. It's the kind of solid color only with reflection. So this is something we can definitely do and create. So let's start with my main building. So this is like texture I'll refine, and first start with the main building so that you can see like everything is like coming together and all texture and everything. So now my main building, I have to unwrap it and then texture everything. So I'll just simply select this, right click, hide, unselect it. So this is my main model, and now I have to unwrap the entire thing. So now we'll start with unwrapping. Sorry, you enter. So you get into the UV mode, and now you have created UVs before, right? Or no?
No, sir.
Okay, okay, no problem. So I'll just show you this thing from scratch. So like to unwrap is basically 2D version of your 3D model, like unfolded version of your entire model. Like you have a packet or some box, if you will open it, so it become a flat paper piece of paper, and then you wrap like fold it and uh, glue it together so it become a box. So that's basically the UV is basically 2D version of 3D thing. That's what we do. So here everything we need to plan. So you can see this is the basic block box shape. This is a cylindrical shape, cylindrical shape, cylindrical shape. This is a cylinder itself. So we'll see all this thing and unwrap everything according to this. So select my entire model. So this is my one UV sheet, going to be my one UV sheet, one single sheet where all the texture, everything will be there. So I have to apply a UV modifier here. So select your model, edit poly, click this, press U and unwrap UVW, this one. So get rid of this thing. So you can see all those green lines. All those green lines you can see, those are basically seam. And seam is basically from where you separate your UVs. And the basic rule of thumb for like seam is keep it wherever it's not visible. Like hide it, try to hide it. Like suppose for this section, I can hide it in this corner or this corner, like somewhere where it is not visible properly. That is something we need to plan and create this thing. So unwrap and then scroll down. There is something called, where is my open UV editor. So I'm going to open this and it will see it's like all messed up. Some UVs is here, but this is not correct, or this is not perfect. So I have to fix everything now, and I have to unwrap everything. So I'll just simply click and drag and move everything outside. And to unwrap everything properly, I have to apply a checker map to see my textile density is same throughout the model. And textile density means like comparing to the big this shape and this small shape, both should have same amount of pixels, like same proportionately similar amount of textile density. Just give me 1 second. Okay. So now I have to unwrap this entire model. So I cannot unwrap everything together. So I'll start with one part, like one by one. So here you can see vertex, edge, and your polygons, and this is your element mode. So I can click on this face mode and select any one of the object. So I can see these two are like repetitive, like repeating again and again. So what I can do, I can create one and repeat. So but previously I have already unwrapped it. I have already unwrapped it, like, so I can keep it like this. Let's start with this one bigger part. So this is I want to unwrap. So you can see I'll select this. It will select all the UVs related to this object, and you can see it looks all messed up. So to check my UVs probably is it proper, correct or not, what I have to do is I have to apply a checker map here. So I'll go to, like, I'll download a checker map, like I have downloaded already. If you Google, you can find this thing. Check it, just search checker map, you can find this one, or multiple variation of this thing. So I prefer this one because you can see the direction of the UV, like A1 sort of flipped, or it's upward or downwards, like left, right, all the direction I can see. So that's why I prefer this one. Or I can just simply apply material, this material, and it's applied here. Go to maps, click on diffuse, no maps, and there is something called, where is my checker? Checker. You can see it's already there. Double click, and you can tiling, you can define it from here, like maybe 20 by 20. It should be always same. Like, then click on this, like switch on the visibility. Now you can see entire checker map, because this is unwrapped, so you can see all the boxes, and all these things are not unwrapped, so you can see everything is stretched and squeezed here and there, everything is wrong. And density wise, this is way too dense, this is very decent, and this is like all stretched. So basic rule of thumb for UV is all the checker size should be equal throughout the model. That's the basic rule. So if I want, I can use this, but personally I prefer to use this checker. So let's drag drop this here and switch on the visibility. You see, it gives you the exact same preview. This is really dense. This is less dense. I can go here. I can see tiling, maybe 5 by 5. Yeah, you see, it's nice dense. This is like super dense, and these are like all stretched. So now I have this checker applied. Now I have to unwrap this model, open UV editor. This section I have selected already. You see UV. So all the green line is basically where your UV is cut. Like there's a border, there's a seam basically. So you have to make sure, like, plan it accordingly. This entire surface is flat surface. So this entire thing should be together, right? So what I'll go here, remove my element mode and select
Sir,
all. Yes.
there's an option for checker in UV modifier as well, no? What's that for? Like on top of quick transform. Uh, yeah, in the modifier itself, sir. No, sir, I mean like you have opened UVW unwrap modifier now.
Yes.
In that modifier, there's a drop down menu.
Oh, this one.
Yes, sir.
This is for preview in here. Like suppose you select this, you can see all this checker, it will be visible here. Without applying also, you can see. You can see it gives you the same preview. The default
Okay,
checker
sir.
map, you have it in this thing, Mac, same thing. So now I have applied this one. I can click this. I can see this also. So all these things you can check and do it. That's fine. Okay. So this is what, like, so it's like same, like purpose is same thing. You just have to create a nice like UV properly unwrapped. There should not be any stretch, any kind of unwanted seam. And while if there is an issue in model, you should be able to identify, like maybe there's two vertices, maybe there's something not weld properly, or there is some stretch or something. Should be able to fix those things and check those things and should fix it. So I'll check this. I'll select this section. And where is my this thing? Back to this. Now I've selected this entire section, only the base. You can see red mark, only this section is selected. Rest everything is not selected. So what I'll do, I select that and go to mapping, flatten mapping. Okay, it's flattened, and I can see my checkers are perfect, all clean. So in Max, we have a very nice tool and very handy tool named Relax. Right click, Relax setting, or you can go to tools, Relax, any one of them. And Relax by Polygon, it basically relax all the UVs and and like it relax everything, and if there is any stretch or something any issue, it will fix it basically, all the UV. So right now everything is perfect, so there is no stretching, nothing. So it will fix all stretching or any overlap geometry or some issue. It will fix all those things. So this is correct. So I'll move it and keep it separate. Now this section is ready. Now inside this section, I select the entire thing. You see, if I pull this thing, it creates some issue. Let me see why. Oh, it's backside. Because of this backside, if something is connected. Oh, it's correct only now. But it's clean only. Now flatten this also. It will flatten that surface, but you can see I have in between cuts. those things are not required. Okay, let me flat color. Now you can see clearly. So now I have to fix those things. Go to edge mode, select this edge and see where it is, this section. This section, right click, stitch, select it. You stitch it and fix it. Similarly, select this, right click, stitch, selected. Everything is stitched and I can see there is no break in between. There is no green line. So try to keep your seams as less as possible. And it's like super clean. And like once I'm done with the unwrapping, I'll match all the checker. Right now, you can just like it's unwrapped. Go to polygon, like element mode, remove it, move it, and keep it somewhere else. Done. Now I have this top entire section, and let's this section I will unwrap nicely. This one. Like I can do it like this manually, or what I can do, select my polygons, select everything except like whatever you have unwrapped already, select everything and go to mapping, flatten. It will flatten all the UVs, and now you can see all the checkers are kind of without stretch, everything is clean, but it generates unwanted seam everywhere. Right now everything is kind of unwrapped, but there is a lot of unwanted seam everywhere, so those seams I need to fix. So right now I was creating this thing, so let's select this entire object and move it outside, and now you can see everything here clearly. And you can see clearly, figure out this section is basically this top area. So this looks kind of clean and fine, but I can see this edge is not continuing here. So I need to right click, stitch it here, and I can see it's part of this bigger section. Okay, there is a slight issue in my model. Okay, see now I just attached this, so I can clearly see there is a problem in my model. Collapse all. This edge only, this edge. Both the edge, select scale. Does it work like this? Push it outside. So while UVing, you should be able to see any problem, if there is any issue with your model, and select the entire thing, scaling wise, scale, and fix everything. So now that distortion is gone now. It's all clean now. Now again, go back to UV. Oh, not twist. UV, and it's all clean. Open UV editor. And now I can see these two. I need to right click, break it. Oh, but before that, I should explain this entire thing to UV editor. What are the things we have and what we can do here? So top here you can see like files where you save, or you can save your UV. Suppose you have same model, like you have two models, like you suppose there is a pot, right? There's a clay pot. So in other scene, in one more scene, you have on the same clay pot, and there is no unwrap for that. So if your vertex count and your poly count and everything is exactly same, you can save this UV and load that UV into that model. So it will automatically create a UV for that model. So this is all these things we can do. Like if you create a UV for this spot, I can use it again and again multiple times. Then you have like edit, where you rotate, move, scale, all those things, same option. This is your move tool, rotate, scale, and this is basically combination of all three. Rotate, scale, and move. And this is for mirror. Then you have select, like suppose you have something flipped or convert edge to vertex, or edge to polygon. Those things you can do with the select tool. Under tools, you have flip horizontal, flip vertical, mirror, then your break or stitch. All those options are there. Stitch selected, detach vertex, like target weld, and all those things you can do with this. Pack UVs, rescale cluster, relax, and UV template export from here. Under mapping, flatten mapping, normal mapping, unfold mapping. And now under normal mapping, you have options to unfold, like unwrap it with the help of box, like box unwrap. And okay, this is something I guess I should explain you separately. Yeah, otherwise it will become difficult to understand. Okay, this is, let's keep it like this. I'll just create a box. This is the box, right? So by default, all the primitive shapes are unwrapped. So if I apply a UV on this and open it, you can see it's unwrapped, but it's all the edges are separate and all the faces are overlapping together. Everything is overlapped. So this is unwrapped, but this is not the right way of doing it. So if I want to, it's all unwrapped. To see, select this, all 6 sides. So now if I want to make sure this entire thing looks fine, I can select and drag drop this here. You can see checker wise, it's fine. But thing is, you can see this one is stretched and this one is perfect because it's a rectangular, it's a cuboid, right? It's not cube. So what I'll do is I have to fix the like make sure this plane, it cannot be square. It should be rectangular in shape to match this thing. See, if I make it rectangular, it become square. All these checkers should be square, perfect square. So manually also I can do it, or I can just simply unfold it and do it. So now I'll select all of them, right click, relax, and relax it. So you can see with the help of relax, it automatically change the shape of the UV, right? Now all the checkers are exactly same size and perfect shape. Perfect shape. Now I can just select edge, one side, right click, stitch selected, another side, stitch selected. It's a box, right? It's a box. So I have selected, you can see these 3. Stitch selected, and there's one more. This is something I can do it here. Stitch selected. So this is kind of fine, but we don't do it like this. We usually break it and stitch it here. So we have one edge here. It looks like a T. It's completely unfold. All the checkers are fine. You can see all the checkers are fine. Everything is nice. So like this, we unwrap and make sure all the box, all the checkers, everything, there's no stretch, and the density of the checker map throughout the model should be same. So this is like box. So this is now like this, I used a box and created this thing. So what if I have a circle? So box is by default unwrapped. Your circle primitive shapes are all unwrapped. But if you want to like create like UV it, let's see. Let's create a cylinder. I just create a cylinder and let's modify a few things. So in like while UVing, there are multiple types of UVs are there. Like your box unwrap, your cylindrical unwrap, your planar unwrap, and your spherical unwrap. There are like 4 options are there. So I'll just create a tube and bridge them. See, I created this tube. Now, if I unwrap it like with box, it won't work properly. So I can, for this is a cylindrical shape. So based on the shape of the model, we'll apply that UV option. Go to UV unwrap, UVW, and you can see by default everything is selected. So open, now I want to open this thing. You can see by default it's already unwrapped. You can see the green line, it's already unwrapped, but it's not perfect. How like how I know? If I go and click on select the polygon, inverted polygon, you can see I have inverted polygon. All this red color selection is basically inverted. So inverted polygon is not acceptable until unless you are overlapping those things deliberately, like you are symmetrying something, or maybe you have like I have like pots, like 2 pots. In that case, I'll overlap. That is, in that case, it's acceptable. But unnecessarily overlapping is not acceptable. So it's all, this is wrong. You can see I stitched everything together. So I need to unwrap this thing properly. See, because if I move it, it moves everything together. So I'll just apply this here also. You can see entire stretching because this thing doesn't have any space. You can see this long polygons and this long polygons. That's it. You cannot see this polygons. It's not visible. You can see there is no space. There is no shape here. So I have to unwrap this. So how to, like, it's a cylindrical shape. For this, I will apply. You can see if you come down, scroll down, you have projections, planar, cylindrical, spherical, box mapping. So this is a cylindrical. Click on cylinder. So right now nothing is selected. So you have to make sure select everything. Like deselect this thing. Select all the face and click on cylinder. So you can see the moment you click on cylinder, it still keeps this thing looks like exactly same because this part is not unwrapped. So I'll just apply this. If I apply box, you can see it creates 4 different borders, but everything is unwrapped. If I apply spherical, everything is unwrapped, but you can see it's stretching. Planar, one part is perfect, another part is completely wrong. And I can align X, Y, Z direction, or manually also I can best align, I can do this. So this is like, you can see this is also not perfect. Box basically creates multiple seam. You can see all the green lines are basically seam. I can use a box, then switch it off. Element wise, I can separate them first nicely. And these two are also overlapped. So now switch off this and select one side, stitch selected. So you can see seam is gone and I have only 1 seam and 2 seam. So 1 seam I need, otherwise I won't be able to keep it like this. If I stitch this seam also, so you can see here, there is a problem, it's overlapping. So I have to check everything is over, like everything, nothing is overlapped. Paste mode, select and go and check inverted faces. I can see inverted faces. All these 3 are inverted. Now I can just simply go and click on mirror, and now they are not inverted anymore. Select and check inverted, nothing is inverted. Now it will work perfectly. I will select this one, right click, stitch. So you can see I have one more, right click, stitch. Done. It's perfect. But if I, like you see, I have one more seam. If I stitch this one, you can see this edge and the blue means this edge is stitched to this edge. If I right click, stitch it, it will create a stretch because this edge like is stretched and averaged out the entire thing, so it becomes fully stretched. So I have to keep one seam at least to keep it, to make it open, like to open this thing. The same, right click, stitch. Perfectly created. You can see one seam inside, one seam outside, and these circles are separate. And now you can see stretching wise, they are not correct. So select the entire thing, right click, relax, relax it. Now you can see all the checkers are perfect. Same size, same scale. This is how it should be. All the checkers, they cannot be stretched. They should be exact same size. So like similarly, I can like based on the shape of my main basic object, I can create all these things and apply those checker maps. So here you can see this is my cylindrical shape. So I can definitely apply a cylindrical or box mapping, but I have applied this thing. What do you call it? Flattened. So it opens everything. So I have anyways I have everything open and clean here. So now I'll go and fix things. Stitch this one, right click, break it, element mode, select this one and move it out. So my entire thing, I can see there is like one more small sections which is I missed it, this section. Stitch, stitch. So make sure your seam is aligned everywhere properly. So if I want to stitch this one also, this face basically, where it is here. If I stitch this face also, I have to stitch the entire thing, and I cannot do it because this is a rectangular shape. This is also a rectangular shape, so it will create, it will overlap. I'll show you what happens here. If I select this and stitch it, you can see stitch the entire section. So now these two are also stitched together. If I stitch it, it stretches the shape because there is not enough space. So I'll just undo this and I'll break this section and keep it separate. Take this section, keep it separate. Done. Move it. So now you can see my entire section is ready, inside part and outside, and it looks kind of fine. Now this outside section, I can like stitch them together and make it straight line very easily. So I'll just check where it is, this thing, or maybe okay, here, not element mode or maybe any mode. Select this, rotate, try to make it as straight as possible. Stitch. So here I can see I'm stitching them. This one, right? Click, stitch. This also, this edge. So you can see there is no stretch this time. This section also ready. Now this side. Stitch. This edge also have to stitch. And you can see there is some open edges here. So I have to go and check. You can see those green basically open edges. Right click, stitch. This is a very small space, so this won't create that much distortion. stitch everything properly. Yeah, nicely done. So this part is ready. This part also ready, but now I have stitched the entire thing, but this base also I want to stitch. So that is something I can definitely do. Move them. Oh, sorry, not this one. Stitch selected. You can see this base part came here like this. So I want to make them a straight line. So what I'll do is, instead of keeping it like this, I'll go face mode, select all the faces, right click, break it. Oh, okay, not working. All the edge, break it. So everything is separate now. Stitch. It's a slow, tedious process, but this is something we have to do it like this only. There's no other way. Stitch.
Sir, we can't stitch multiple edges together.
In Max, no. That's one, like that is something like I'm really like I don't like it. Like yes, you can do multiple edges, yes. In some cases, like let's see if I select them like this, see, it doesn't work. And but if I select this as, like suppose I have an open some model and the entire thing I want to stitch together, in that case I can select the element mode, like entire element like this, and stitch it. In this case it will work. But this is like, this is rarely, because we, whenever you have a model, like you rarely have something open and like this, like this. So most of the time you have to do it manually only. But this is like one issue.
What if we select by polygon?
Sorry. What?
If we select by polygon,
Select a polygon.
like if we select multiple polygons, then we can do it.
Polygon wise, you can do it, but problem is this polygon. Suppose this is a polygon, right? You have these two edges, both are open. Like if you select this, let's see. If I select this, right click and stitch, so it will stitch this entire, this part also, this part also. It will create problems. You can see
Oh,
that's
yes,
so
sir.
that's the main problem. So this is something you have to do it manually only. There is no other way. Yes, what you can do is you can create a shortcut for a stitch, and like click on that and press like Control S or just S and stitch it. That is something what you can do. It's a slow process and it takes a lot of time. Okay. See, if I select both the edges, then also it doesn't work.
So is it possible to like weld the vertexes based on distance then?
What?
Is it possible to weld the vertexes based on distance?
Weld the vertex is possible, but thing is like it might like weld not, it might not weld properly. So because like UV is something based on your UV, like UV is very important. If your UV is not UV is not correct, your texture will not, no matter what you do, your texture won't be good. So that's why it's all this is manual only. So like this is something, if you do it manually, pay attention, do it manually. If you perfect this, you can do it amazing stuff with very little texture. So it's all about that. So like yeah, there's no shortcut for it. UV, there is no shortcut. Yes, like there are tools, there are plugins to speed up the process, but end of it, like tools are will like maybe there, I guess there is a plugin. If you use that, you can weld multiple edges together. and copy paste things and all those things you can do within UV. But again, like you have to do things manually.